Alright guys, so we made it to the top of the concrete path here where the first overlook is, and it's extremely gorgeous. I just a little upset that the clouds, which I was afraid of, are moving in too much to get any of the real, to witness the beauty that this place offers. So we'll keep hiking and hope these clouds pass by a little bit, enough to get us some views, because we're only going to go up from here, so I imagine it's only going to get worse. It is raining a little bit, but nothing that's going to stop us. We're going to keep pushing until we get there. Cloud's about to run right into us. This is creepy. That is it. We are in a cloud. Once you get up here, these trails are marked with this yellow dot right here that basically, like, it's marked on the AT or anything. They just have yellow blazes throughout the rocks here because there's so many different paths to go off. So it's nicely marked if you know what you're looking for. I don't think we're gonna get the views we wanted, but we're gonna keep pushing anyway. Let's go. First sign that we're actually going the right way. You know I can't read these Japanese signs, so when I find one in English, I'm always super stoked. Let's keep moving. hurricane winds are not letting up at all. We're getting gusts right now, probably close to 40 miles an hour, so I'm gonna have to be pretty careful. Is all black, maybe a little dark brown to reddish, and then light down here. I'm willing to bet that this is all black and burnt because this is volcano territory, so it's pretty cool to see how the top layer is affected by the volcanoes and the bottom layer, being a lot lighter colored dirt, is probably mostly just ash or it's been washed away from the rain, but under here you can still see the remnants of the volcano. You know, at first when I moved here, I wasn't super excited to be in Japan because I couldn't find outdoor things to do. I don't really know anybody who does this type of thing, so I started venturing out on my own. And it wasn't until recently when I went to a deep dark hole on the internet and I found this mountain range, and it's been a blessing. It's absolutely amazing up here. The different landscapes, and alpine ponds, streams. This landscape is just incredible, guys. All right, guys. We are literally hiking in a cloud right now. Like all around us is just one giant cloud. I guess you could say we're taking Cloud9 to higher levels. Oh, I'm stupid. This is exactly the sign you want to run into when you're in the middle of a high wind advisory due to hurricanes. Here's to hoping we don't get hit with a rock. There's this tealish blue dirt looking stuff all through the rocks up here. It's not hard or anything, it's pretty soft, it scrapes right up. I'm curious what that is. It's super cool. I love the color, actually. That's just crazy. I've never seen anything like that. I'm not sure if it's a volcanic effect, maybe from the ash, because under it we have like this white, like white clay looking stuff. So I don't know if that's ash and the remnants of it and just what's caused because of the volcanic eruptions up here or what, but it's pretty awesome. I like it. Cool, enough of wasting your time. I made it to what appears to be the Kuju Lodge, which I'm actually gonna stop in and dry off a little bit, dry up the camera, change and charge batteries, and eat lunch. There's also bathrooms, and I haven't peed yet, so I should probably be drinking more water. As you guys know, I have a problem because not only am I going to eat my rice once it's ready, but my Golden Graham s'mores, gotta have it, brings me my motivation, my morale comes up every time I get one. My mother's not here to tell me I can't eat them for every meal, so I eat them for roughly every meal. They don't pack the best, but they good. Alright guys, so this is actually a really nice map. It's blown up of the area where we're at. Currently we are right here at the, well, it just says shelter. Mount Kuju is this path down here. That is our next destination. We're then going to hike to Mount Inaboshi. And then from there we're going to hike up past the alpine lake of Miyake Pond and then to Mount Nakadake, which is the highest point in the Kuju Mountain Range. And after that, we will come back here and then get out. But as that's gonna take more than a day to do all of that, there is a shelter here next to the pond. Well, not next to it, but pretty close to it. So that's the plan to stay. It's finally cleared up enough outside. So we're gonna go outside and take a peek and see what we're looking at while our lunch keeps cooking. Let's go have a look. Alright guys, we ate lunch. We're back on trail. Unfortunately, the clouds rolled back in as we were packing up and getting ready to go. Hopefully that does not mean it's going to rain on us again, because I really don't want to put my rain jacket back on. But we should be about 20 minutes out of Mount Kuju right now. We just got to keep climbing to the top. Woo! Back in the cloudy oasis up here. Keep climbing. Made it to the top of that big rock slide. That's a real kick in the nards. Woo! And I believe right behind me here, I believe that to be Mount Kuju. Mount Kuju, that way, and Kuju Wakare. I don't know what that means, but But this is definitely Kuju right behind me here. You can see the trail that goes up that bad boy. Can't really see it because of clouds, but we're gonna go on ahead and climb up there and try to see something. We'll make the best of it. Summited Mount Kuju. Kuju! Yes! We have summited Mount Kuju, the first of our big three. Mount Kuju is the namesake of the mountain range. Super excited to be here. Let's take in the view for a minute. Behind me somewhere is Mount Aso. Mount Aso is Japan's largest still active volcano. Mount Aso went off last year, 2021 October, and it's been lying ready ever since. So it's important when you come up here that you do check the volcanic conditions, because Mount Aso can go at any minute, and this is not where you want to be when Mount Aso goes off. Unfortunately, it's too cloudy, but she's out there. She's just waiting. Alright guys, we just summited Mount Kuju, and the clouds are getting really bad now. It's starting to fog up my camera. But now we are going to head off to Mount Inaboshi, and from there make our way to our campsite for the night, and then hopefully we'll have some time to get some fish. So stay with me as we try to navigate the top of the world together. has picked up significantly again because the clouds are pretty much just getting me wet from cloud stuff, condensation. I pretty much, I'm just getting cold, man. Woo! So we've just descended down from Mount Kuju's east side towards the Mount Inaboshi, and this is the first sign that I have come across. I was kind of worried that I wasn't going the right way because I didn't see a sign for a while. It's basically just down one giant rock slide, but yeah, we have a sign here now that indeed tells me Mount Inaboshi is that way. So we're definitely going to take that trail. Kuju on here, back that way, that's where we came from, and then Mount Nakadake Shelter is going to be that way, so we're going to So this trail, though easier to walk on and not break your ankle than Mount Kuju, there are no blazes, so I find it harder to follow. But there are a bunch of these giant rock cairns. Just seems like the thing to do is you walk by it, put a rock on it. But I'm not gonna do that because it's not good for the ecosystem. Woo! Gotta keep pushing. All the way up to the top. That's where we're headed. This is gorgeous though, the wind right now. Oh, it's wonderful. Woo! There it is. Our pole of freedom. We're almost there. Woo! Let's kick my ass. Well, we made it up here. Unfortunately, kind of like I thought would happen, the clouds have just too thick. You can't see anything in any direction, which sucks because I bet it's really cool looking up here. I guess for right now, I'm just gonna sit down and enjoy this pole, relax for a minute before I go and find summiting Inaboshi. We're hiking down the opposite side of the mountain this time, which is gonna it's gonna put us on a route that will take us either to Nakadake, which is the highest peak, and our next peak destination. We're gonna do that tomorrow though. It also takes us to Miyake Pond or lake. Whoa, I almost died. And after that, it also takes us to our shelter. First things first, since the other two are within walking distance of our shelter, we're gonna drop all the stuff off at the shelter, assuming it's manageable. I don't think I'm gonna set up the tent tonight. Too windy. So we'll see about staying at the shelter. We'll see about getting down this side of the mountain, which we haven't been on yet. So unfortunately, as you can tell, we still can't see anything, but well, I mean, what can we do? It sucks, but it's still like, I've never been in the clouds like this before, so it's pretty amazing. It's really actually, it's a different type of beautiful up here. All right, so behind me, we have a sign for Mount Inaboshi. That's where we just came from. We came from that way. Going the opposite direction, we have Mount Nakadake. That is where we're headed for tomorrow. And going in the direction forward here, that would be the campsite. So we're gonna hit straight to the campsite, especially because it's starting to rain now. I hope to get there soon. Mount Nakadake can wait. We've got some fishing to hopefully do too. So this route is very overgrown. I mean, it's obvious there's a trail here, but I mean, the plants have grown on top of the majority of the trail, so I'm trying to stay where the trail is supposed to be, so I'm not killing any alpine plants, but it's pretty well defined. Just, you gotta find it with your feet, not your eyes. Oh guys, a little bit of confusion because the path is still covered up, but I did find the shelter right there. An older one. Woo! I can't see anything up here. And we're gonna go ahead and check it out inside. Pretty worn out. We've been hiking for about 7 hours now, deep into the mountains up here. Can't see anything. It's windy. It's cold. It's raining. It's pretty miserable. This is a time it'd be nice to have somebody out here to shoot the shit with or something. But we're gonna adapt and overcome, do what we can. Hopefully it clears up in a little bit so we can go find this Miyake Pond and get on a fish, but right now I can't see anything. I want to dry off a little bit. It's getting cold. It's about 50, probably 55, maybe 60 degrees outside right now. It's windy. Rain is starting to come down a lot harder. Really messing up my plans to go and try to catch a fish here. I did change. I got my other hiking stuff over here. It's drying out. My rain jacket, and then I've got my shirt over here. Just so you guys can see what my view is when I come out here. Just on top of the mountain here. There's nothing really to block the wind. Nothing around for miles. I believe this trail right here is the one that goes to Miyake Pond, and I intend to find out. Good read. Well guys, we're coming out into full rain gear now. I emptied my pack in the shelter right behind me, and I'm gonna go down to this pond because I'm gonna get my pole wet. I'm getting a line in the water, and I need to fill up my water bottle. It's absolutely miserable out here. It's cold, it's windy, and it's wet, but we're not gonna let that stop us from having a good time. I wish I could see any part of the landscape beyond what you see behind me, but I can't. The clouds are too thick. Hopefully this improves over the next few hours. Let's see. The lower down we're getting, the less windy it is. That's nice. Alright guys, I'm gonna go find this pond. There it is. Just down this hill. The beaches of Miyake Pond. Supposedly the waters are like a teal, very clear, clean water. Made it. It looks pretty big. I can't see the end of it at least. Definitely very clear water. I just hope there's fish in it. We're gonna find out. Well guys, behind me you can see that finally this little lake is starting to clear up. It's pretty warm water. I don't think there's anything living in here. Well, I just lost my lure. I have more. This water is just so warm, I don't know that there's anything that actually lives in here other than bugs. I haven't seen anything rise or any evidence of life other than bugs. So we're gonna fill up our water and go start dinner, I guess. So behind me, we have Mount Kuju. That was the first peak that we decided we were going to summit today. And but just down here over this ridge is the other shelter that we were at. I had no idea this was all actually pretty close together. I just did a crazy loop. And it looks like there's actually a path, nice trail that comes down and connects them. But I guess that's just part of the experience, is just being out here and see as much as you can. Of course, to get to Nakadake and Inaboshi. Inaboshi is the one that was really out of the way. It's back this way further on the back side. And Nakadake is going to be on that side of the creek. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Alright guys, it's about 7 p.m. right now. It's pretty dark outside already, so I'm calling it a night here. I've got my lights on, and right now dinner's cooking, and pretty happy that the shelter was here. It'd be pretty terrible to have to sleep in my tent with the wind as bad as it is. So this shelter is actually really convenient, and it's not cold in here either. There's airflow coming from 2 windows, one here and one on that side, so there's a little bit of a breeze. The door I closed off with an old blanket that's been sitting here, so I'm pretty content. I just hope tomorrow things clear up a little bit and we can get in some good hiking and views and whatnot. We'll figure it out. They had some, I'm guessing, cheesy noodles. I don't know. And that's what I'm gonna eat. So a trick with the trade, I bring only one baggie that zips up, and I put the rest of the stuff in Ziploc bags because it packs down a lot smaller. You only need the one baggie because it closes up and you can fill it up to the water line. You just gotta know the instructions before you do it. I don't know the instructions. This is watery as shit, but I just consider it soup. You know, I'm out here in the wilderness. Beggars can't be choosers, and I'm grateful for a meal. No fish. Oh yeah, those aren't done. No way. Those are crunchy. The flavor's on point. Got really good flavor. Very cheesy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna let these sit a little more, but at least I know the flavor's there. Alright guys, it's about 7:30 p.m. I've changed into my pajamas. I've ate my dinner. I've made my bed. And I think I am going to rack out. I'm not necessarily tired, but it's too dark to explore anymore, and I really just don't have much else to do. Got the music playing on the background to drown out the noise of the wind. Yeah, but that's gonna be it for me tonight, guys. I'll see you guys in the morning. Hopefully. Catch you guys. Good morning, guys. It's day 2. I just woke up. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning. Slept pretty good, minus the biggest, scariest cricket that I've ever seen tried to eat me last night. If there was a fight, he would have won for sure. I ran up like from this side of this building to the other one. So anyway, it's still pretty nasty outside. I can't see anything. It's still windy. I'm gonna try to hike Nakadake anyway, and just hope for the best. And that's about that. So I'm gonna brush my teeth, eat my breakfast, and make some tea. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Go and grab some more bar. Sorry, Mom. Alright guys, starting our journey out here in the windy. It's cold, it's cloudy. It's gonna be rough. Be careful. People have fallen. I bet the view out that way is killer. When you can actually see it. But just gotta deal with it. Still gotta achieve my goal of hiking the highest point of this mountain range, which is what we're doing right now. Views or not, we're gonna finish it. not sure if what I'm looking at is a false top or if that is the top of Mount Nakadake. I feel like it's probably a false top. I just don't feel like I've been hiking long enough. The wind has died down significantly on this side of the mountain. I'm still in the clouds, but it's nice to get out of that constant breeze that you're fighting. It's definitely it's wet and slippery up here, so definitely a dangerous trail right now. You have to be careful. So I'm not trying to film too much while I'm moving here. This trail's got us right here on the cliffside. I'm just happy it's not super windy up at this part, because once you go down, you go down. And I just looked up and I could see the summit of Mount Nakadake. We are almost there. Oh, we're here. We're here at the summit of Mount Nakadake, the highest point of the Kuju Mountain Range. Oh, it is windy. I did it! Woo! 1,791 meters above sea level. Back where we started at the trailhead for Mount Nakadake, which we just did. I looked at my map, and Mount Tingu Gajo, however you say that, it does have a trail that eventually leads back to Miyake Pond and then my way out of here. So I think I'm gonna take that trail just because I'm already at the top of the mountains. Let's keep running the ridges instead of heading down. You know, I got time. Still can't see anything, but maybe it'll clear up. Let's hope so. So we're gonna take that, and then we're gonna head down to the backside of Miyake Pond, and then we're gonna hit our trail out of here. Well, that giant pile of rocks behind me is Mount Tugagahone. I don't know how to say it. It looks like we're definitely gonna have to be doing some climbing to get up there. And then as it descends on the backside there, it goes around Miyake Pond, which is actually right below me, I believe, but you cannot see it because they're still in the clouds. So we're almost to the top of Mount Tugagahone. Another one for the books. that T word that I can't pronounce. Yes! Woo! This hike was a cool one. A lot of rock scrambling, but like it was super cool. It's a difficult hike. If you're afraid of heights, I wouldn't take it. If you're afraid of rock scrambling, I wouldn't take it. But if you're willing to sacrifice just a little bit, you'll be fine. Just always remember, it's never worth your whole life. Still stuck in a cloud. All right, guys, I'm gonna explore the top here, and then we're gonna head back down towards Miyake Pond and our way out. Back is taking us along the cliffside of Mount Tamaguchi, whatever one we just hiked. Woo! It's windy. You can start to see the trail intersection sign. Now this should take us along the backside of the mountain that we just climbed, and it will eventually bring us out to the shelter that we were at yesterday. Not the one we slept in, the one we ate lunch at. So we're gonna check that out. There's a ton of rock herons all throughout this trail here. For example, right here, they went all the way up the ridge. Woo. Giant crater right behind me. And a bunch of clouds. Still windy as shit. We're still going. Well, we came down the back of Kuju Mountain, can't say it, whatever it is, and coming down the spine, and then we had to take a little hike up, and now we're humping over the back of the peak next to it, which should eventually bring us out to that first shelter that we ate lunch at. So we're going over the hump right now. If nothing else, it's at least an easy trail. Now, if I'm correct in my idea of where we're at on the map, so behind us should be the shelter we ate lunch at. It should be down right about here, just out of sight of the view because of the clouds. We basically went around Mount Miike On one side was the shelter we slept in last night, and we hiked up to Mount Nakadake, down the backside, and now we're just hiking the spine of that all the way down here back to the trail that goes down the backside to the shelter we were at yesterday. This shelter basically cuts out Mount Kuju, which we did yesterday, Mount Inaboshi, which we did yesterday. It's going to cut those out, so it makes it much shorter way back, but it also makes it a loop trail, so it's never the same, which I prefer. So back at the shelter this afternoon. Not for very long, not to eat, mostly to take a whiz and also to get out of my rain pants. I feel like my rain pants are mostly just holding me up. I have my shorts on under here, and I feel like these are just like hindering my ability to move, which sucks because they're wet and they're sticky. But we're gonna get wet and sticky either way, so take them off. I think one of the biggest things that you have to consider when you're out for multiple days hiking or backpacking, you have to consider your comfort level, primarily with your feet. Your feet are your biggest tool out here, so if your feet are not comfortable in your shoes, you need to get new shoes. If your socks are creating blisters, then you need to invest in a good pair of hiking socks. They are all made with a purpose. Make sure your shoes fit right. Make sure your pack fits right. If you go to REI, they'll fit you for a pack. They'll tell you what size frame you need. I think that's more important than picking a men's or a women's pack. You better get your size right first. Alright guys, I'm gonna pack those away and get back on the trail, and we'll see you guys out there. Alright guys, so we did have plans this weekend after this to head over to Mount Yufu, which is a beautiful, lush, green mountain that still has wild horses. We're gonna go hike and camp with the horses. But because of deteriorating weather conditions and the fact that my current hometown is supposed to get smacked with a Category 5 typhoon, which is the same as a hurricane, just opposite side winds, opposite direction winds, I feel like it might be best if I just go home and weather it out with my neighbors. So that's the plan. Maybe stop and fish a little along the way in one of these rivers further down the mountain. Starting to clear up. Clearing up down there a little bit. Pushing, guys. looks like the sun has finally decided to come out. That's the first time I've felt sunshine since we've been out here on this section. My trail down that way. Approaching Mount Hosohan. Pretty eerie trail. Gets lost in the clouds right there. Also notice this is a pretty steep climb, but I wanted to stop and say it's really cool. You can look over here and you can see a crater, and you can also see a crater right here as well. What that probably means is that while these volcanoes were still active, this is probably ground zero right here. Climb is no joke. Starting to clear up again. We're still not to the top. We're gonna keep pushing.